the show, her dancing talents brought more than the audience to their feet.
I wonder if the kids even remember Jitterbuggy.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Trainer, what is
Yeah,
it?
the boogie-woogie.
You know, fasten the boogie-woogie thing.
Something like that.
Then you can do that old step, that one. You're too young for that one.
Remember all those?
I love the Jitterbug. I think that's the most fun everything.
I'll bet you it comes around. I bet you it comes back sometime. Everything seems to come back.
No, I mean, now they have those, what do you call them? We go dancing, they just discotheque.
Discotheques, yeah.
And now they put on for the old folks. Like
Don't say that.
I mean, like us.
Don't say that.
I know you don't like me say that, John.
Jitterbugging was great. At least you touched occasionally. You go to discotheque, you don't need a partner anymore to dance.
No, the kind of dancing, but it's fun. It's fun to learn all. I like to do any kind of dance. I'm not too good at the new kind of rock stuff.
I can't keep up with a lot of things. I lost them on the funky chicken or. Is that right?
I could do the popcorn because there was a forward motion, but.
What's the popcorn? I missed that.
But no, that's
The
just
popcorn?
Well, that's just like that. You see, but get it on, Debbie. But I get so confused because my motor, it doesn't go back. See, I feel pardon the expression. I just never learned how to dance going back like that, and they do everything like back. Took me hours
You
to learn
move
how to
pretty
do
good.
that.
Well, you move good. You dance on a lot of your pictures.
I've been dancing for years.
Yeah. Did you start?
I started dancing when I was. 10, but then I really learned how to dance when I did Singing in the Rain with Donald O'Connor and Gene Kelly. And I was 18 then. And you had to really, you better move fast.
They played some film clips last week on one of the networks on the movies. I think it was ABC. And they played 4 hours of all the great clips from movies, and you saw Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire, and wow.
They're the best.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say that your mom could have been hurt real bad there. When he grabbed her arm and she went down,
Well,
and the arm was going in the opposite direction. Just someone that's had a hurt shoulder, let me tell you. I went, eek. But
Well,
what was amazing was I've never seen Johnny Carson like that ever. What a
Gee,
great...
a talented talk show host. What a novel concept.
Right, and I want to
I
thank
mean-
Jen Levy for
Oh, no,
finding
we're
that.
not done with that
no, we're not done
conversation.
with that conversation, but Jen Levy is the person that found this clip.
Okay, awesome. But
so
let me
we
just,
have to really give Jen
we
some
do, but
props,
we-
because I've never seen that clip.
we have to say that Johnny Carson was the god of late night
Yep,
talk shows.
no
I
doubt.
mean, there is nobody that has touched him, period. These other guys pale in comparison to him. I
Right.
mean, like, they look like they belong in a high school kind of program,
Agreed,
not professional
absolutely.
television. I mean, he is
100%.
the
He
man.
was amazing. And, you know, I think it was everybody's dream, every performer's dream in the world, whether you're just a live performer, television, movies.
To get on
everybody
Carson.
wanted to be on Johnny Carson. And your mom, how old do you think she was there? Because she was so cute.
Probably Irene days, because they played an Irene song, so it's 1972 or 3.
But she was so bubbly and cute. And did you see when she was doing the scarecrow, the moves, you know, like the scarecrow, the legs would
She's
just
40
give out.
years old, 39, 40.
Yeah, well, I could move pretty good when I was 39 or 40, but that was crazy good. So let me first say hello, everybody. I'm so happy you're here. This
Look
is
who's here.
awesome. Ryan! Hi, love. I miss you. Can you come back?
Anytime soon, I don't know about that.
Well, when can you come back?
You know,
is my
there's things we
question.
can do when we make these phone calls to the school, you know.
I wish it were that easy.
I know.
No, I don't mean a call from the principal. I know some crazy people.
Seriously, pal, I miss you terribly.
I miss you guys too.
Oh man, you just getting to see you on camera is really good. It's fantastic. I saw a show before I came here. I went to a 4:00 show here in Vegas, and I went to see a mentalist named Banachek, and he was.
Sounds like a TV series.
Yeah, well, I think
Banachek.
that's where he go. That is his now legal name.
Is it?
Yes.
But tell me that doesn't sound like a television show,
Well,
a
it
cop
was
series.
it was
Banachek.
Banachek.
Who will he
Remember?
lock up today?
Do we remember who the actor
Crime
was?
fighter
Ooh,
extraordinaire.
if anybody remembered who the actor was, that'd be a good one, huh? But he was excellent. He was really excellent, I must say. You know, and it was kind of fun because I got called up to the stage.
Because you had a mask on.
I had a mask on, so he didn't know it was me until I got there.
You could have gone up there and just busted it wide open.
This is how good he is.
Oh, you didn't know what was going
No.
on either?
No, he was excellent. So that was fun to go see a show at 4:00 in
needed-
the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you haven't done that in a while.
I like 4:00 shows because I like to be home in bed at 6:30. So
By
this
like
really
2
worked
a.m.,
for
you
me.
like to be back in bed.
Before I met you, that's the way it was. I would meet my friends that have Vegas shows after they'd get out. 12 o'clock.
Sit and bit the Buffalo Hot Wings.
12:30, we'd go to Buffalo Wild Wings, wing up, and it would be really fun. And I remember when you and I first started talking before we met each other, and I didn't know that you were a
This
person
was last
that went
week.
to bed. It seems like I didn't know that you went to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, because you know that was your. But you would call me or text me, and I'd say, hey, I can't talk because I'm meeting my friends for wings at like 1 in the morning because that's what time they get off of work. And you'd say, look at Ryan, he knows. And you would say, oh, that's okay, just call me, let me know when you get home. I'd be like, yeah, but it's going to be 3 or 3:30 in the morning. And you said, it's okay. And I'd let you know
that's
I was
because-
home, and then we'd talk. And
So
who
why
knew?
do you think that was okay? Because the mama used to pull that. My
Could-
mother used to call me at all hours.
Oh, she did?
My mom would call me at all hours, so I had to be ready just to sort of participate in that. But also, when we were on the road or I just did this concert. We were up to 3 in the morning.
I wanted to talk about that. So my talented, wonderful husband, he look at him. He's all red in the face now, but he is so talented.
Red in the face.
And he went and filmed a concert, a big one. And the name of the music act was called Her. I wasn't there. I was here. But I watched some of the footage. He filmed this for the production company that put this giant. How many people were at this concert?
Oh, 20,000.
20,000. What pandemic? It's like, that's right. It's 20,000 people.
Yeah.
But you guys had to get tested every day, right?
Every day.
Every day. But this group, this girl called Her, she's incredible. I was looking at the footage, but how many cameras did you use for that shoot?
We had 12 cameras on the concert and 2 for interviews.
Right.
So we had 14 cameras deployed.
So basically 12 to 14 movie cameras that
Well,
would shoot movies.
what we do is
Black
a
magic.
lot of trucks that record concerts and golfing events and things. They say they're high def, or they say they're 4K. Some
Yeah.
sporting trucks are 4K, but they're actually not cinema 4K. These we're using movie style lenses, so even the lenses that they use in these sporting events are not at the level of a cinema lens. So we used all special cinema lenses and a lot of cameras, and the picture quality is beautiful. And it went up live on IMAX in surround sound.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's incredible.
so it looked beautiful, it sounded beautiful, we were happy.
So if anybody just happened to be sitting in an IMAX theater,
Well, no, they're going to release
or did
this.
they say they were?
No, there
gonna
were
do
people
this?
there, but they're going to start doing this apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I probably, who knows, no one made me sign a non-disclosure, so I'll just tell you. Apparently they're going to start having concerts in IMAX theaters, so you don't have to go get jammed in.
Oh, that is really
So
smart.
I think that
So,
is something
yeah.
going on right now and this was the prototype for that, the test.
Mm-hmm.
It went up, so there's a satellite truck sitting there, and the satellite truck is also got to be special to handle this type of quality.
Yeah, how did our truck do?
Our truck did fantastic.
Sweet, her maiden voyage.
Well,
which
we've
is-
used her for little things, but nothing that big. That was the
No.
biggest thing
Yeah.
she's ever done. We should actually put your name on there.
What for? What?
We'll name the truck the Catherine,
No, the cat,
the cat.
kitty cat. That's why we put that on the side.
Well, and we'll put a paw print on there.
Right, like I had my name on a plane, you know.
Yeah, well, now you're going to have one on something that's got wheels.
Well, let me just say that I can't imagine the pressure that you must have felt, because for me, if I get on a stage and nobody
We
gets
don't feel
hypnotized,
pressure.
it's bad enough.
Professionals
It's never
don't-
happened, but the pressure's always there.
No,
But
professionals
for
don't
you,
feel. There's no time for pressure.
Yeah, but
You eat that for breakfast and go to work.
But there's a lot of moving parts in that kind of stuff, you know. So did you feel pressure?
No.
You didn't feel pressure for all those cameras to be where they're supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing?
No,
come
because
on now, don't lie now.
no, there were times when I felt like we were a little undercrewed, and we had some because we were using a local union crew. Not everybody understood, what they were supposed to be doing. So you have, when you go to a strange city and you don't have your list of people from that city, which I would have no way of knowing the crew there. So we ended up with some crew people that were less than desirable in terms of their match skills. They may be brilliant at something, but not what we were using them for. I mean, one great example is these camera positions, is a huge place, right? So the cameras are 200 feet from the stage. And the only way to get the cable out there is to go over the cover, which is like an amphitheater cover, 100 feet in the air. So you have to go up in the catwalks and out 200 feet and down again. Well, they go up there and they're running the cable, and Buck comes back to me and he says, we don't have enough cable. And I'm like, it's impossible. Those are 500-foot cables. There's no way. So he and I start tracing the cable out, and we had used these guys to handle the cable runs. And we get up in the loft, and there's this big snarled ball, like a hair ball of wire up in the. They just got it all snagged and then just run what they could and left the hairball there. And of course that leaves you 100 feet short. So I'm not sure how they got the jobs that they get, but these are,
Did you stay calm and collected?
Yeah, I didn't yell at them.
So
I don't know them. I mean,
remember the old saying.
No, I yelled at.
Do you remember this, Ryan? Never let them see you sweat.
Oh no, I
Remember that?
There were lectures, however.
Yeah.
There were definitely lectures where I tried to explain how to undo the hairball.
Yeah.
And then what I did is I paid very close attention, and there was a young lady who was on stage, and I watched her carefully wrapping cables for the couple of days of the show. So when it came time for the wrap out, I said, so can I get her to help us on the wrap out?
Did you get her?
I got her, and I got her to pick somebody else because she was like meticulous and didn't get the cables all snarled up. Only a guy in a rush is going to get a cable like this all snarled up. Anyway, but the concert looks, first of all, the girl, her.
Yeah. Oh, she's incredible.
She's-
She plays every instrument. She sings amazing. She's very unique.
Well, she does rock songs,
She's a real star, I think.
So what she does a sort of hip rock kind of mixed kind of music because she has a band playing even when she is doing sort of hip hop songs. So there's actual music, which is always something that makes me happy.
Yes.
Because I hate it when the
When you
music.
can't relate.
Well, there's just a beat or something. So here was real music, and then she does like a Zeppelin song and plays lead guitar and just rocks out. It's awesome. I mean, I was really impressed with her.
Oh no, me too. I love that footage. I was just so when I saw it up on the big screen in the theater, I was just like, wow, My husband made that.
Well, I didn't do the show. There are 100 people on
But
the
that's
crew.
how it feels. I mean, when you watch your spouse.
Well, we
do
certainly
what
made
they
it. We
do.
certainly made it happen.
Yeah.
They gave us all of 2 days to prep and get down the road. There was for whatever reason, they either didn't think of it, or I don't know how they got into the last minute thing. But of course, that spills off on me.
Yeah.
Because they need us there now. So I had to get our crew together and get loaded up with more equipment than we
Oh, I
normally
watched
roll.
you load. I just couldn't believe it. It was enormous. Let's say hi to some folks here tonight. Nikki Luongo. It's got to be like Dad pointing out the mistakes to the kids. LOL, she said.
Well, I am half everybody's age. I am the senior member up there
Yeah,
for sure.
Sharon Amorosa. Hello, Sharon. You know what she said, and I agree with her. I wish they would do Broadway shows like that. In fact, you know what, Sharon? When we first got smacked with COVID, and it was apparent that we were going to be on lockdown for a long time, and Broadway shows were closing and all that, I actually said they should put these on film, and because first of all, how many people are ever really going to get to go to a Broadway show? Think about this. You have to go to New York City.
There's a percentage that
There's
aren't.
a small percentage that
But
get
you know
to
what?
go, and then the rest of us who we'd like to be able
But
to
you know
see
what?
the show.
Now
I've
that
never
now that
seen
we're
Hamilton.
making everything a right and for free, I think that should be added to the list. Maybe get it into the stimulus bill. Everybody should go to a Broadway show. 2 tickets to a Broadway show goes in the stimulus bill. It wouldn't hardly affect it at all. What would it be? Another $1 billion or 2? I mean, who would hardly notice it?
Do you see how he just
See what I
goes
have to
off
put
on
up with?
his own and just has a good time? Sharon, I agree. Barbara Hammond is here. Kathy Hobbs, Ryan, I see you in here, and I see you right there. Lisa Falls, Debbie Augustine, Ron Hibbs, Crystal Adams, Linda Gildersleeve. That she says, this is so awesome to see how the stars live and listen to the stories. You don't know how thrilled I am to be a part of all through the 2 of you. You are so down to earth. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. That's about the nicest thing anyone could ever say to anybody in this business, in my humble opinion. So we receive it. Thank you so
my
much.
my mother was like that. My mother was, and she used to get on Carrie's case if she would, as my mother would put it, get too big for her britches.
Yes.
That's a Maxine Reynolds thing, but it was, if she thought she was, especially early on when Carrie just instantly was a huge star, and you don't know immediately how to behave. So my mom was right there to let her keep her down to earth, so to speak. And she was, my mother, everybody who knew my mom would come up to me and say, wow, she's like so like just like one of us. I was like, exactly.
Yeah.
She knows how to not be arrogant. Even though she is a star, she doesn't have to act like one.
Here's how I feel about that, because I've been disappointed by stars that
Yes.
I've met. I'm writing down a name here. So I've been disappointed by stars that I've met when I was starting out in the business. I'll tell you who, because I just don't care anymore. So I'm going to just tattle.
Goes in the book.
All right, so I remember I was a big Cher fan. And so I saw her at a department store, and she was with someone you knew, Josh Donnan.
Now, Josh Donnan is Stanley Donnan's son.
I know, and he was very young, and she was very beautiful, as I would expect.
Well,
her
he
to
was
be.
her boy toy.
Well, a nice one he was, I have to say. I was there and saw him with my own eyes.
I remember she had a chaise lounge in her house at a party, and she was sitting in her chaise lounge. I'll turn on the camera on me. So she's got her legs up, and and he's standing next to her, like feeding her grapes, like some kind of a Roman, home, in the day.
Yes.
And I was like, I was looking over there going, that's strange, very odd.
Yeah.
Because I knew him to be one of the guys, and all of a sudden he was the boy toy.
And hey, listen, you give grace. Sometimes somebody might be having a really bad day, not in the mood. Something terrible just happened. You just never know what a person has been through.
I
But
can
this
assure
was
you my mother
different.
never would. My mother
your mom
would have
was
never projected
right.
that. She could be throwing up and come back out and be gracious.
Yes.
So it didn't matter.
No, she really just couldn't have been bothered, I gotta say. And I was on a show called Capital at the time, so I worked at CBS Television City. And so my best friend, who was on Young and the Restless, had Cher's dressing room, and it's from the Sonny and Cher days, or the Cher show, or whatever. And so, the original furniture was still in there, and that show had been off the air for years and years, so I thought, okay, so, when you go up to bother somebody, you basically feel a little weird about getting in someone's space to begin with, and I'm ever so conscious of that. If people
Well, did you
approach
bust
me.
down her door, or did you find
No,
her in
no,
public?
no. She was in the department store looking at
Ooh,
eyeshadows.
fair game. You know,
And I
that's,
went up
that's
and
why they call it
introduced
public
myself
areas.
and told her about her room, and then it still
And
had
she
the
could
same
care less.
Oh God, she couldn't even look up from the eyeshadow. And you know, you feel yourself just get really hot, really
Deflated?
red, and well, you're deflated, but you're also. It takes a lot of courage to go up to somebody, anybody that you don't know. So let alone someone famous.
Yeah.
So you know, it's when people.
You know what my
I
mother.
would never,
you know
ever
what my
wanna
mother
make
had.
anyone
You know
feel
what my
that
mother
way.
used to say about that when you'd hear a story like that.
Mm-hmm.
She would say, you know, they really should get another line of work.
Exactly, but here's a really good story. So the next day, I went in to get a manicure, and my manicurist I was telling her about this, and she was like, oh. And she was the manicurist to the stars, so she was like, that is a terrible story. And I said, it is. And so I came in a week later to get another manicure, and she was doing Diana Ross's nails. She was before me. Well, Diana Ross, she's huge in my book, you know. So I walk in and I sat down because they were running a little behind, and so she introduced me to Diana Ross, who was great. I mean, she made me feel so good, you know. And then my manicurist said, "Tell Diana about what happened with Cher." It's not. I'm in an alternate universe right now because I'm dishing to Diana Ross about Cher. It was just too weird, you know what I mean? Like it was one of the. But I happily told my story, and Diana Ross was like,
Yeah,
"Never
because
ever do that."
you know, because there are actually jobs that you can have where it requires no interaction with the public.
Yeah,
There are.
I think that was your mom's.
There are
point,
solitude
actually.
jobs. You could stay at home.
Yes.
You could start an online business.
Oh gosh.
You don't have to interact with the public at all. But if you're in show business, guess what comes with the job description? You have to interact with the fans.
Ferruccio
Duh.
is here. Ferruccio, Susan Klonowski, Julianne Golden, April DeShields. It's so good for you to come. It wouldn't be the same without you, Frank. Francis, Vicki Giddens, Tammy Wilson, Susan Hirsch, Mary O'Connor, Cheryl Canning. We have a big house. Jan Hanley, it's so nice to have you all here, and I'm just so excited. We do have an announcement to make in a short bit, but I also just wanted to, where am I here? I just wanted
Wherever
to,
you want to be.
I'd be over here then. See how magic that is? All
Bang.
right, so I just wanted to say that we don't have an auction tonight because, there's a big because here. You know, have we seen Seth Robichaux tonight at all? Has anybody seen Seth? Anybody?
Yes, he's here.
Seth Robichaux. Okay, so here's the thing. We are not having an auction tonight because we're going to preview something that we're going to put on the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store page. And so that's going to go on.
Two things.
Two things, yes. So we're going to show you what they are, and they're going to go up for auction. They'll be up for auction, I would think, about 6 days. And Seth doesn't know this, but we're going to give the proceeds to you, Seth, because we know that you have been through.
Well, wait. Explain to the
A
world.
lot.
Explain to the world what happened.
Okay,
to
so
Seth.
Seth lives in Louisiana, and they had to bail on their homes. So he has his mom's house, his dad's house, his apartment. And I think you're just moving into your new apartment now, if I'm not mistaken. And because everything, you know, so there was just so much damage done to all of their homes.
A lot of their personal stuff
A lot of
wiped
their
out.
personal things. And he had his 21st birthday during this time, and that sucks because that's supposed to be like the best birthday ever. And, you know, so Seth and I text back and forth on Messenger a lot. And he was just like never complaining, nothing like that. And so it's our joy, Seth, to be able to help.
Well,
you
this
get
gets back to
back,
the philosophy of this.
He did a show the other night or last night. I saw on Facebook, so I was excited that but I can't imagine how that must feel. And so we have a couple of really special auction items that'll go.
This
up
gets
tomorrow.
back to the philosophy of the show, which most of you that have been here a long time are aware of, which is the idea that if we see something we can do something about, then we do. So
and you know, you have to feel
we
led
see
to
that.
do it.
Yeah,
You
well,
really
but
do.
we
You
see
have
that.
to feel led by God. To
Well,
do
we're giving
things,
up.
you know?
We're giving up an item, but also tell them about
so
your
Frank
friend.
Ferruccio,
He heard about this.
I talked to him about it because we did talk about this.
But we were just going to put up an item
We were going to put
ourselves.
up an item, and then he said, "I'll
I'm
put
in.
something in. Anything. What do you need?" So
It's a new car.
wait, let me just see Seth if he's in here. But I'm glad that you're here. I don't know if he's here. I don't see him. But in any way, he doesn't know anything about this.
I think
so-
he's probably still bailing out the basement with a coffee can.
I know,
You know, that's one
honestly,
thing good about
it's
those
no
Folgers
joke.
coffee cans. They're really good for bailing out.
Yeah, but it's a slow process. But I wanted to say,
Show
Frank
us.
Ferruccio, I'm going to show what you donated first for this auction because I think it's awesome. And I can't believe that you did it, but I know why you did it because you do care about people, and which is why we're friends. And so let me just show you that these are, I don't know if you can catch it. Oh, you have a picture, so we'll show that. So so these are Jane Mansfield's sunglasses. That's pretty cool, right? Jane Mansfield's sunglasses.
More
And
than
They
cool.
will come with a certificate of authenticity. But I put them on. I think these are so awesome, aren't they? They're great. There's a picture of them close up. So these belong to Jane Mansfield, and as you know, Ferruccio.
Can I see those? I wonder what I would look like
I don't
with
want you
those
to
on.
stretch them.
I'm not gonna stretch
no,
them.
You're going to stretch them. Men say, let
How
me
do
put
you
your
know she didn't
glasses
have
on
a
for
big head
second."
like me?
And
I don't have a big
no,
head.
No, you are not stretching the sunglasses because these are perfect.
When
So if
when
somebody
she's
gets
not
these,
looking,
they
I'm
don't
going
need
to
be
go.
adjusted.
See, I
They
have
are-
control of the cameras because John's not here, so my camera's on.
Exactly.
I could also.
I have no screen time, I see. But it's okay because I have a voice. And
But I have control of that too.
Oh, God. You don't give me the ultimate. Okay, so Jane Mansfield sunglasses, these are just beautiful. And they will come with a COA. They will be up on the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store site on Facebook tomorrow. Right, Ryan? Is that true?
Yes, unless I'm ambitious tonight.
Unless he's ambitious tonight. But I'm very excited because
Depends how many giveaways we're doing because that usually
we're
drags.
doing giveaways. What's a show without a giveaway, right? But I love these. They're so...
I think we should bid on them.
You don't see glasses like this anymore.
No, you don't. They're
so
cool.
Frank, I wish that I could hear you, but I'm just wondering what year or what era these are from her life, and I know you would probably know that. But I love them, and so we'll get a COA, and these will be number 1. That'll be auction number 1 tomorrow. And then auction number 2, well, did you think of this, Dora? It hasn't been used in years. What a good idea. This was an old-fashioned credit card. You know, you put your iPad here, and then you would just run the card through
A point
there.
of sale.
Wait, well, I'm glad you found a use for it. This is a sketch. This is a costume sketch for Debbie Reynolds. And it's unframed, so a person who gets it can frame it as they like, but it is backed. And it's a beautiful costume sketch. Is this from her stage show?
I am not certain.
Can you see who the designer is?
Well, it's designed by Jeff Billings, Costume Designer Guild, which is so it was a union designer. I'm going to say this was for a TV show. That Debbie though up there, that logo, I believe that was like for her live show.
Yeah.
So it's either for her Vegas act, or it would have been for a TV show. But
Yeah.
either way, it's a costume sketch that was. You know, costume sketches are highly collectible.
Yeah. It's
you know,
beautiful.
there's a double whammy. You get the designer, you know, and then you get a Debbie piece.
Yep.
And this is a beautifully done sketch. That's not. Some of these are pretty. They can be very impressionistic. You don't know who the hell it is, but you know, in this case, it's really obvious. You know who that is and what that is of.
And she saved every costume sketch
Yeah.
that she ever had, I
She
think.
did.
Because we have an amazing collection of them.
Well,
But this
I
is
have.
a great
That's
great
an
sketch.
unusual one though. And I don't ever. I've never seen another one with the stamp like that. So it's an unusual piece.
Yeah, what is the stamp?
It's an IATSE stamp.
Oh,
So
IATSE, yeah.
it's the
Union.
Designers Guild.
Yeah.
So it just shows that it was a union job.
Well, it's beautiful, and that will be the second item. And so,
Just joined, and he asked what he missed.
okay then.
We're not telling you, Seth.
Seth, are you kidding me? You just joined. You haven't, you
He
don't.
was driving.
Oh, I get that. I was in the car and people were texting me. I'm like, I don't text and drive. Seth, this is what you missed. Okay, we're back to the top of the tape. So Seth Robichaux, we are auctioning tomorrow. We are beginning the auction tomorrow. It'll be 6-day auction. And Frank Ferruccio donated Jane Mansfield's sunglasses, which I think are gorgeous. The weight of these, they just don't make glasses like this anymore. I'm telling you, these are so beautiful. So Jane Mansfield's sunglasses are going to be up for auction tomorrow or later tonight if Ryan is feeling ambitious. And also we are auctioning off a Debbie Reynolds costume sketch, which is the original sketch for a costume for Debbie. It looks like, I think it's a TV show, but I would love to have that outfit. Isn't that you could have that made right off the sketch, couldn't you?
Certainly can. Well, look, it even has some of the pattern design on the right.
It has the booby design right there.
The bodice.
The bodice. That's a nice way of putting it. Clees. Got real clees. Okay, so Seth, we're having an auction. It starts tomorrow on the Debbie Reynolds Studio store page. We're putting these 2 items up. Frank Ferruccio was so awesome to donate such a beautiful thing from his collection of Jane Mansfield's things. And all of the proceeds are going to go to you because you weathered the storm, should we say, so beautifully. And I know you never asked me for anything, and you have never, you are a correct person. You have unbelievable manners. You are a trooper. I know you went through a lot, and you probably felt like crying all the time because it's a trauma to go through anything like that. So congratulations, Seth. We just want to help you get back on your dancing feet.
It's for recovery. I mean,
it's a recovery. That's right, exactly. So
wherever he can help his parents with it, or he can help other people with it.
So Seth, does that answer your question?
That's what you missed.
What did I miss? There you go. So you missed. That's what you missed. Is Seth? I don't see him.
He left.
He left. He fainted. What? That's right. We scared him. So there you go. So thank you so much, Angie Montalvo said I look lovely tonight. I can't thank you enough. I'm still, I will say, I'm still going through my hair shedding, my COVID hangover. It's like, and then, you know what? There's one of our people out there has COVID right now, or she just got over it. And her name is Jolene Counter. And Jolene, I've been wanting to be in touch with you. I've just been crazy busy, but I just want you to know you've been on my mind, and I know that you're still feeling weak. I saw a post that you made on Facebook, and that's gonna linger for a little bit, and as soon as you can, if you can get to a place that gives IVs, please go get the NAD. Talk to somebody about it, because it's the only thing that kind of put me back on my dancing feet, because I was working and really weak and for a long time. And then once I got that IV, come and meet those dancing feet on the avenue I'm taking you to 42nd Street. I was back, baby. So Jolene, just know that if you have a little hair loss, because it sheds, it doesn't break. It's okay. It only lasts, they say, 6 to 12 months, and that it comes back. But for anybody that has COVID or is recovering from COVID, let me just tell you, there's just few things that you can kind of expect. You're going to feel tired, and that's okay. But no one tells us about these IVs and things, and it's worth it. It's worth it because it kind of sets you back.
That's
an
interesting point, because not only there's very little discussed about the therapeutics, but there's also very little discussed about recovery. So
I've had a lot of friends that have had COVID
but I'm saying in the news,
yeah,
you don't hear anything about therapeutics, rarely, and you certainly hear nothing like crickets when it comes to how to recover, how to get your strength back.
What to expect.
Right.
Well,
but not just that, what to do. So my doctor told us, if you remember, he said nice and slow, the recovery.
That's what, nice
come
and slow.
back slow. Don't do anything, don't go skydiving day 2.
But you know
or
what?
whatever.
People have to go back to work, and so
No, but that's not strenuous. I'm saying a lot of people that work
it
out
is
or jog
strenuous,
or
though, when
bicycle
you're-
ride.
Oh yeah, no.
You whatever you normally
I
did.
remember when you were recovering, you said, I'm going to get on the bike, and you got on the stationary bike in our bedroom, which I was like, what are you doing? And you got on it, and I swear, within like 12 seconds, you were green. And I thought, get off the bike, get in the bed.
No, I made 30.
Nurse
I
Kitty
think I
Cat
got
is
to.
here.
I think I got 30 seconds in.
It was, but anyway, so if you're recovering from COVID, I'm just telling you that, it's normal to feel that tired. But the greatest thing in the world is this IV. If you could you could look it up, Google it. Don't take my word for it. But it's called N like Nancy, A, D like David, NAD. And someone told me about it, and I got it, and it was like a reset. So just everybody bear that in mind, because there's places all over the country now you can go to get IVs, and you know what? I think some of them in Texas. I looked one up for my friend, and they were not charging, or insurance was covering some of them. So I don't know. Ours didn't, but I was just happy to feel like me again. So. All right, so let me just check in on the kids and see what's going on.
There was
here.
something we were doing that had to do with Eddie and Debbie. Or am I crazy? Or
and
you had a bundle of joy disc.
Oh.
Did you put that in the giveaway? Yes. Okay.
Okay. Look at Seth Robichaud. I'm floored. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm almost in tears. I love you guys so much. Let it fly, baby. Let it rip. Better out than in. Tears are a good thing. And you know what? Especially when they're tears of happiness. That's how I feel. I love tears of happiness. Your mom used to cry all the time, tears of happiness, when we would kiss in front of her, hold hands in front of her, and she would cry tears of happiness. I remember
We watched her last night on What's the Matter with Helen.
Right, and you fell asleep.
Well,
right,
I've seen it once or twice.
When Shelley Winters was about
No, I don't
to
like watching
plunge
my
a
mother
knife
get
into her
killed.
back, you
No.
fell asleep.
When that movie ran, and we ran it in the screening room at our house, and it got to the spot where Shelley Winters was already she's on this set. She actually is a method actor, so she becomes the
You
person.
mean Shelley Winters.
Shelley Winters.
And she was weird in that. I mean,
but she starts to lose it, later into the movie. So
Yeah.
and they shot it somewhat sequentially. So as the shooting schedule progressed, she starts getting weirder and weirder, and it starts freaking my mother out. Like with her weird behavior, she's becoming this character, and then she's trying to explain to my mother that her behavior is all justifiable because it's for the part. But, in the meantime, she's driving everybody on the crew, the director, everybody bats. And, of course, in the end, in the story, she kills my mother at the end. Now, when you're my age, you don't like to see your mother get killed. I mean, it was traumatizing. I had to leave the projection room. I didn't want to watch it. I also did not want to watch her when she was Charlotte in Charlotte's Web.
Because the spider
But she's
dies.
trying to explain the cycle of life. And, I mean, when she starts saying, I have to go, and it's a cycle of life, I'm bawling.
I'm sure.
I had to leave the
I mean,
room.
everybody bawled during
My
that
mother's
movie.
leaving. She has to go. The cycle of life. I was traumatized. I'm not sure I'm over it yet. Seriously.
Well, that would explain some things.
It
but
would
that's-
explain a
that's
lot
right.
of things. That and breasts.
Okay, so now we do have an announcement to make, and so I might as well just.
She
make
just
it.
ignored it.
I didn't ignore it. I heard it.
Okay.
But you
Just
see,
checking.
this is my everyday.
We could go back and tell those stories again. They're good.
Okay. So we just want to share with you tonight. Tonight is Dora's last show because she's going to go home, and so Dora, came here for 2 weeks and stayed for 2 years. So isn't that a good
How
way
long?
to put it?
2
Yeah,
years.
she came here for 2 weeks because I had just been eaten alive by a very bad employee. Do you remember those two?
I don't remember any of those people.
Oh my God. That's okay because
They're
you know what?
blocked.
It's not my karma. It's theirs. That's the way I look at it. But everything was a mess. And Dora came in.
By the way, and for those where karma's not available, we have judges.
Yes. One in this very room, as a matter of fact.
What made me think of it.
Yes.
You can have instant karma in a courtroom.
Yes. Well, I kind of feel like it's whenever it's perfect. The timing for karma has to be perfect. So anyway, I got fleeced really badly by an employee or two. We both did at the same time. He was a married couple, but okay, that's going to be the end of that. So everything was just a mess. And I just gotten back from performing in Hawaii, so it was like I didn't even have enough time to put things back together. Linda had recommended Dora to me. I knew Dora from Linda. And I said, do you think she would come out and help me and kind of like put things back together? And she said, oh, yes, I'll ask her. And she calls me back. She said, yes. So she was supposed to be here for about 2 weeks.
You didn't warn her this was the Hotel California.
The
You
road
could check
motel.
out anytime you
can check in,
like.
but you can't check out. So she stayed for 2 years, and it has been a really great ride. And we, have had some really, we've gone through so much stuff in 2 years together, it isn't even funny. And so...
Now, do you know that she has a video that she made for...
No.
Yes.
You
So
did?
on this
When
subject...
did you have time to do that?
On this subject...
Oh, so I can't wait to see it.
So
Just
on this-
before we do this, though,
Well, that was the subject. I'm just
Yeah.
saying you're queued up.
I remember this night. That's when we went to see Michael Jackson 1. Yeah. I took her for her birthday, and do you want to come up here? Come on up here. You never get on camera. I try to get you up
Well,
here.
it's
You never do.
it's a slideshow that maybe she could sit and narrate, or where you guys
we
could.
need a microphone then.
Well, she left it down
you
there.
have it?
We're prepared to turn.
Look at those pins, baby. Looking good, girl. Your legs. That's what we say. We call them pins in New Jersey, right?
New Jersey.
Okay, so all right. So this is hard to believe. We're down to our. Take a nice deep breath. How you feeling?
Well, very excited.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy decision to make.
Yep.
I put it off for a month, but now I'm facing the music.
Facing the
Goodbye,
music.
so-
It's not that
And
bad.
now
It's like-
the time has
That's right.
come.
Well, I mean, it's really, wonderful when you see somebody grow and they have to go do what they need to do. You want to do something with your life, and you're not sure exactly what yet, but you need to. You're going to go to Colombia and be with your family for a couple of months. Yep.
I haven't seen my family for almost 3 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I really need to see them.
And then you're going back to Orlando.
Yes, I'm going back to Orlando.
Where
and
I
then
snatched you
see-
from Orlando.
Let's see what is on the road.
That's right. We'll see. But you know what? It's really important, for people to do what they need to do. To don't put it off. Because she had the call inside. That she wanted to move on and find her purpose. And so, I mean, I remember when you handed me the letter, and you were like, your hand was like this. And I opened the letter and I saw the first paragraph. Hey, no one's ever given me, 2 weeks notice. So 30 days notice was really amazing,
Absolutely.
But
I
that
love
just,
you. I love my job. I will never leave anything.
Yeah.
any.
And all of your pets, more importantly.
Oh my gosh.
that's right. You're going to miss the
They're
animals?
breaking my heart.
Are they?
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, I actually have a camera that I left on in the pen. Let's see if I should be able to grab the. Let's see.
What are you doing
There's
there?
it's getting dark out, so we can't see a whole hell of a lot out there.
Oh, no.
They
Wait,
went to bed.
But no, go
put
to the
them
ends. Can
away.
you go inside where they're
I
sleeping?
can go inside, but you guys keep talking.
Okay, we
and
will. So
I'll-
we're over here. So let me see what people are saying, because I know they're going to miss you very much. But you can all keep in touch with Dora on Facebook, as you know. And so this is it's a really look at he's trying to find the inside of the chicken pen. The animals, I am going to miss you. The animals are going to miss you. And there's the turkey. See the back of the turkey? He's not sleeping. Do you know he wouldn't get up today? I had to get one of the landscapers to help me take him down because, he's too heavy for me. That bird weighs 40, 50 pounds.
I know.
And a forever pardon. He gets a forever pardon.
I don't want to interrupt, but a turkey that weighs 40, 50 pounds would need to go to the Guinness Book of Records immediately.
Okay, well, that's what it feels like to me. When I pick him up, I'm like, I can't pick him up. And he has claws. So
Be like
you know,
this.
I'm not about to. I
Take
don't
care
want
of
to take him
4.
off a big perch, and God knows what waits for me there. So anyway, are you excited?
Yeah, it's like a bittersweet.
Yeah.
You know, like very bitter to leave all of this, you know, the animals, you, Todd, everybody here. But I'm very happy to go and see my family.
Yeah.
I really miss them.
Yes.
And they want to be with me. I want to be with them. You know, like this is the time we need to reunion.
I think it's important because the world is a little scary, and you know, you need to be with the people that you love and love you, and family is,
Love
you
the
know,
ones you're with.
love the one. Now, this is my family now.
I'm going to mostly be in the coffee farm.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
You're going to send us some
Send
coffee?
us some
Oh,
coffee.
absolutely.
She's been bragging
send
about the
makeup.
coffee
Oh, you
for a
send
long
us
time.
Coffee ever.
That's right. And you know,
course.
Dora lived with us for the last 2 years, so we've been together almost 24/7 for 2 solid years because of COVID. You know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of the time. We're all we had, you know, was each other. You okay?
Yeah.
You gonna lose it?
You want to run the video? Let's run the video.
Let's run the video.
Let's
Thank
run
you.
Give
I
her a
can't
break.
believe You made a video. This
Give
is
her a
awesome.
break.
Let me
It's no
take a peek
good-
here.
No good saying goodbye.
Aw.
So I put a big deal together.
Okay, here we off we
Okay,
go.
we are.
Is there sound on this little baby? Yeah, it's up.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone is wishing you all the best.
Aw,
You're going to be missed.
thank you, bro. I don't know.
I hear
It is.
I hear a man's voice.
I know, but I'm not seeing
is on.
anything.
Maybe not.
Can Ryan play it?
Well, it's not, the video,
No.
Right, he said he can.
stand by. I don't have any sound on it. Maybe it got turned off. Let me stop it first. It seems, you know, is it the video is maybe
Do
locked
you know what
up?
Tracy Saunders said? Never goodbye. That's so true. That is so true.
I have put this video
Okay.
off for an entire month now. At first, I didn't
All
know
right.
what to say. And then, once I sat down to start talking, I realized how emotional I was. For nearly 2 years, I have been so lucky. I was lucky to do something different with my life, working with Cat Cosmetics and learning something new. I was lucky to live in Las Vegas for a short time in my life. It is an exciting city, and even though COVID kept me inside for nearly a full year, I really loved the times I was able to go out and experience how fun the city is. I have so great memories of shows I have seen, games I have played, and great meals I have eaten. I was lucky to meet new people and make wonderful new friends. Johnny, thank you so much for your kindness and helping me taking care of the kittens. Calvin, Flora, and Letty, thank you all for everything. Buck,
Hilarious.
my Bucky Buck, I love you and your Reina. Mariana, thank you for helping us all the time with the emails. It makes our life easier. Diana Vasquez, thank you in particular for always helping to watch the names for me. Barbara, it was nice meeting you. I look forward to the shows and to interacting with all of you, and I will truly miss that. I was lucky to find my buddy in the Chicken Man, Robert. Thanks for sharing your funniest stories and offering advice even when I didn't ask for it. I love you. I was lucky to fall in love with my eternal love, Jaggy, my Mimu, Archie, chickens, chicken rooster, and lovely kittens. And most of all, I was lucky to have such an amazing boss lady and friends in Kat and Todd. Kat has seen me at many happy moments, but she's also seeing me at some low points. And she was patient and loving and very supportive. I will never forget that girl. Todd, thank you for always making me feel safe and cared for. You both have been so generous, and words can never repay you for any of that. It is very difficult for me to say goodbyes like this, which is why I asked Ryan to help me with this video. But I felt like this was the time for me to start the next chapter in my life. I plan to visit my family very soon in Colombia for a couple of months, and then I will settle back in Florida with some close friends, including Miss Linda, that she is my biggest support. What's in store for me next? I am not entirely sure, but I am excited to find out. Thank you so much, Ryan. You are amazing. I don't have enough words to say how much I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you all for being part of my life for these years. And although I won't be shipping your items or asking you for email address so I can send your giveaways, I hope that I will be back in the chat from time to time to say hi and see how everyone is doing. I will miss you and thank you all for being so kind.
Well, I say, you better get back up here and don't leave me crying all by myself because that's just rude. I mean, I am just absolutely gutted right now. Woo! Girl, that was a fantastic video. Come on up here.
Well, I think, did Ryan help you?
Yeah, he put the video together for me.
Oh, it's
Of course.
Brian. What a great job you did. What an awesome video.
Without him, it's
I'm
impossible.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
That was excellent. Just excellent. Well,
Oh.
thank you. I will treasure that always. That's just and that one shot of the turkey in slow motion leaving that.
Yeah,
How did
cruising.
you get that? I mean,
Hey.
you had to be
I play with my camera all
Like
day.
National
I know,
Geographic.
she
Got to
was
be
in
there
the
at the right
back.
moment.
Exactly. But anyway, oh my gosh, that was just beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank
Just
you so much for everything.
Of
I just
course.
can't-
Well, your room we'll put the Elena Fernandez room. And we'll put a plaque on the bedroom there.
The brass plaque.
That's right. Oh gosh, that was beautiful. Thank you. And everybody wishes you just the best. And people will keep in touch. And I know, because that's how we all are. But thank you for everything. You came. I know, I love you too. Thank you so much for coming back and putting everything back together and just being a great employee and a great person. And it's not easy to live with somebody in somebody's house. That's not. It's, and but let's just put it this way. Thank you. I mean, at least you kind of had the second floor to yourself, right? Because
myself.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you have a
Laundry
washer and
room.
dryer. up here.
Occasionally, somebody comes along and interrupts the schedule.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah.
But
It was great.
Well,
Thank you so much
you
for
are
everything,
so
Todd.
welcome.
You too.
See, you just got me good here, Ryan. You and Dora got me good here. It's hard to
Well.
sneak up on me, I will say.
You should. Well, oh yeah, I forgot that they didn't tell you about that.
Yeah, no, I
No,
didn't
it
know
was a
about that.
surprise.
And it was a beautiful surprise. So
There he
everyone
is.
is saying,
Bring him in on the
"Hey,
crew.
there's Ryan."
So, I
Ryan.
met you 15 or 16 months ago.
Yep.
And I feel like I've known you for years. And that's not a bad thing. It speaks to, we clicked right away. It was as though I've known you my whole life.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all the texts and all the phone calls and you getting angry with me because I get right down to business and I don't ask you how you are first.
He's like, da da da.
so many-
Hey, good morning. How are you, Ryan? I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Exactly.
Yeah, But I really have, I know you're going to do so many great things, and I'm excited to see where you land and what you do, because once you put your mind to it, I know what you have in you. That's for sure.
And you're an expert on identifying these things.
I try.
Yes,
No,
he
that's your
is.
friggin' gig.
Yep.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yep.
Thank you.
So
I'm not. To me, I will continue to keep in touch. So
course.
I'm sad that you're sad right now, but I know that you have some great things.
oh yeah, like great things ahead.
Like
of you
better
for
coffee,
Sure.
for one.
Better
Hey.
coffee.
I don't know. We
No
have
doubt
pretty
about
good
that.
coffee, don't we?
Well,
Yes.
that's because she makes Colombian coffee.
No, but we
And you
we
got the
but we
best
went
machines,
through some gyrations of how to get the coffee situation under control, and
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, we had to try a lot of different things.
Yep, and in the end, it is about the coffee, because
Usually.
the first time I had a cup of Colombian coffee, that's with Colombian beans, remember?
Yeah.
And I've had a couple of people that have come in to work with me that are from Colombia, and they always bring me coffee,
Uh-huh.
and it's like gold. I
Oh,
mean,
wait to taste the one from our
oh, I
farm.
am waiting, indeed.
It's the best.
So I don't know what else to say except I'm just so thrilled that you're, doing what you want to do, and that you know enough in yourself that there's something waiting for you somewhere.
Absolutely.
And that's really it. I tell you what, once you make the leap, it's
Yeah, it is a lot of things,
I
up
mean,
in the air,
it takes a
but
lot of
hey.
courage to leave something to go to. You don't know what yet, And when
Yeah.
I moved here, I
Well,
felt
but the
that way.
family is there. That's
But
the,
the family is my base, and I know I'm going to be very safe with
Yeah.
them. And family is everything for me,
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen them for almost 3 years
Yep.
before COVID and all that stuff. So it's like, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
I'm homesick right now, and I just can't wait.
And it's funny. Do you think you're going to stay there through the New Year, or will you come back for the New
Yeah,
Year?
I'm going to be there for Christmas, and then January maybe, and then come back, because Christmas for us is like the time to be with family.
Yeah.
And
Well, I wish your sister Doriana could go too.
I don't know if they are traveling right now, but
Is Canada still shut
that's
down?
the plan.
well, the border is that Canada's not.
But
shut
I mean,
down.
can they travel? Can they fly out?
I have no
they
idea.
have to quarantine for a long time.
Yeah.
If you go out of the country, so hopefully she's going to be able to get out. From there.
Yeah, I hope so too, because you
Yeah.
haven't seen each other in a long time.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the plan. So
Well, thank you.
thank you.
So we're gonna get with you. You're welcome, and it's gonna be like weird to it's gonna be so weird to be giving things away with somebody else, but that's sooner or later. I gotta face reality.
Well, she still
with
gets
that.
partial credit.
Of course, she'll always be Dora Elena Fernandez.
Well, and you'll still use her wieners
And the wieners. So let's see who the wieners actually are.
today.
Today, we're going to give stuff away, and then we'll say,
I'll remind everybody though about that.
oh, okay. So auction starts either later tonight or tomorrow on the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store page, and it is Jane Mansfield's sunglasses, and also the Debbie Reynolds costume sketch. So these will be going up for auction tomorrow. The auction will last about 6 days.
And it benefits.
And it benefits our own Seth Robichaux to get back and going. Seth, I'm real excited for that for you, because I saw you doing a show the other night, and I was driving, so I kind of pulled over just to watch for a few minutes and say hi. And I just can't even I can't imagine, because I've gone a long time without performing after some kind of tragedy happens. Then that's something that rocks your world.
Hey,
like
Ryan,
that.
do we have that other video too?
And
Did you
so
want me to
going
run
back
that?
to work on the stage is always a little bit,
We'll save that for
You know.
another.
Okay.
you like how we're all doing our own thing
Well,
here?
no, he gave me
I'm
something
talking
else.
to them, you're talking to Ryan.
I just didn't want to jump
She's
ahead.
arranging prizes. But here's the thing. I mean, I honestly, Seth, I kind of like felt you the other night, because I had to, after Debbie and Carrie died, and when I went back to work finally, I I was so grateful I didn't have any shows scheduled because my world was rocked, and it was really hard to get back into that head. So congratulations on getting on that stage the other night, and just know that you are loved by this group and supported, and life is going to be getting much better immediately. All right, so let's do this. Are we using the randomizer?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he already started randomizing. I have a wiener already. We have Stephen Edwards. Stephen Edwards from Massachusetts. Are you here tonight? See, it's so weird because I expect the big voice to come over and go, yes, I'm here. But that's not the way it works. Let me look down at my phone. Stephen Edwards, you are the winner of you're the first randomizer winner, and you have won a $25 gift card to catcosmetics.com. $25 gift card to catcosmetics.com. That's catcosmetics.com. And Stephen, this was lovingly donated by Judith Giesecke. Judith Giesecke, thank you so much for donating that. And Stephen Edwards, congratulations on winning that. Thank you so much, Judith. And we're going to wiener number 2. Wiener number 2, Cheryl Murray. Cheryl Murray.
Won the other day.
Yes, and you know what? I think that it's possibly the same thing that she won. No? All right, then Cheryl Murray, you might really like this if you haven't already won it. You have won a personal cameo by me, okay? So Cheryl Murray, pucker up. Let me know what you want. Oh, this was donated by our Sharon Amarosa. Thank you, Sharon. And I got your message, and I am looking for your cameo from before, because I don't think I don't throw away cameos, so or I don't delete them. So I'm going to find yours, and thank you for this. This is a really special gift, and I really appreciate it. Sharon Amarosa, you are such a good friend of this show. So Cheryl Murray, if there's anything in particular that you want me to talk about, or just let me free fall, one or the other, it's okay by me. But congratulations, Cheryl. I'm really happy you won that. And thank you, Sharon Amarosa, so much. And we have number 3 is... Oh, well, it's not a new name. I know the name, but I don't know that B.J. Amesbury has ever won or been a wiener. Have you ever been a wiener before? I don't know. Yes, I think so. B.J. Amesbury. No? Okay, then you're going to really like this. Are you ready? What camera am I on here? I'm talking to this camera. You got me on this one. Just settle on one, and I'll go there. All right. A copy of My Girls by Todd Fisher, a fantastic book. I'm not just saying that because he's my husband. It actually is an amazing book. It's got hundreds of pictures inside of it of Debbie and Carrie and Todd and their life. And he will happily sign this for you, BJ, or whoever you want him to sign it to. So congratulations. And did someone donate this?
I did.
Todd Fisher did. Thank you, honey. That's a great gift. It's such a great gift. Are lovingly donated by Todd Fisher. And BJ, congratulations on being a wiener. Here we go. The next wiener is Vicki Giddens. Vicki Giddens. Oh, Barb Kevern, you're at it again. Thank you, Barb. Barb donated Spiritually Reconnecting Through Prayer, which is one of my hypnosis CDs, but it's really special, especially if you can't sleep or you have anxiety. This is a really good program. Don't listen to it while operating heavy machinery. In other words, don't put it on in the car, because you will want to go to sleep and you will get some beautiful rest. You can use this anytime you're at home, about to lay down, take a nap, go to sleep. You will feel fantastic. It also teaches you how to pray, which is kind of cool. And you don't have to be awake for it, by the way. What I'd like you to do is listen to the sound of my voice, allow yourself to drop off, and because it's your subconscious mind that I'm interested in communicating with, and that happens when you go into the dream state. So that's why things happen the way they do. Congratulations. And who was the wiener of this? Vicki Giddens. And who is the donator of this? Barb Kevern. That's right. Just want to say their names one more time. Thank you. We're going on to the next wiener. John Eric St. James. Where have you been, John Eric St. James? I haven't seen you, so I'm happy you're here. Welcome. All right, John Eric.
Big box.
What's in this? Oh, John Eric St. James. You know what we owe John Eric St. James is your hat. Remember you said you were going to give him a hat?
Well, maybe you should do that instead.
No, it's not an instead.
In addition to?
It's in addition to.
This sounds too...
You can't go back on a promise.
Now, which hat did he want, though? An HMPE hat?
No, I think it was the Southern Highlands hat.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
if I'm not mistaken. My memory is pretty...
Well, why don't you have him send a message, so which one it was.
Okay, John Eric, send us a message. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Sharon Amorosa, thank you so much again. You have donated a really cool gift. John Eric St. James, this is the memorial program for Debbie and Carrie when we had our public memorial. I'm going to see if I can get non-glare. There it is. There's it right there. And it's a beautiful program. I always like to pat myself on the back a little bit because I designed it. but I was really, like, this was the final voyage, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to make something befitting for a queen and a princess, which is what they were to me. So this is the program, and also you get the, I always say ceramic, but then you correct
enamel.
Me, enamel pin of Carrie and Debbie. And it's really a beautiful, amazing pin. And also you get the bracelet.
The band.
The band. It says Carrie and Debbie in our hearts forever. And this was how we knew who got there in time, because we only had 1,200 seats. So whoever got there, you know, I was thinking about that. There were 600 VIPs. So 600. What a day that was. But we had 600 seats open to the public, so if they got there first, they got one of these. And then any overflow, they sat outside and watched it on a Jumbotron. So that was really quite a day. Sharon Amorosa, thank you so much. Thank you, Sharon, for that. And John Eric St. James, tell me which cap that was, but I believe it was the Southern Highlands. Who's the next wiener? Angela Pritchett. Angela Pritchett, you are a wiener. And you, oh my gosh, this was donated by Barbara Hammond. Yes, I know it was. And I'm not going to open it because it's sealed. This is our newest lipstick at catcosmetics.com, Angela Pritchett. And it's called Jackpot because it's a pale gold and it is really pretty. It's beautiful. And Angela, if I were you, I mean, you can wear it by itself, but if you put it over any color lipstick, any color, this is going to make it look like pow. It pops, it just pops, and it makes your lips really shiny and pearly and, you know, just like the young girls. So Jackpot is for you, Angela Pritchett. And Barbara Hammond, thank you so much for donating that. We have more? Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Oh, D Tav. Is that a first time? D Tav, T-A-V. I know the name, but I don't know. Yes. All right, so D Tav. Can I have that camera? I'm going to put that up there.
Time Warner.
Time Warner, one of our wonderful sponsors, thank you so much, Time Warner, who gives us these beautiful DVDs and Blu-rays and to give away of classic films. And so if you ever want to buy a classic film, you go to Time Warner because they have the most magnificent
they have the largest
collection.
They have the largest library because they acquired all these different libraries. So Warner Brothers had its own enormous library, but they acquired the MGM Turner Library.
Yeah.
So Turner bought out the MGM Library, which was United Artists, RKO. So you're talking about a huge amount of the history of film is in their care, and they lovingly and painstakingly restore these films.
If people knew what it took to restore a film, the amount of work that is, it is staggering. Really, it is a staggering one movie to do that too. But
so talk about that movie.
This is Bundle of Joy, starring Eddie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds.
And Carrie is actually also in this movie.
Carrie is but she's in Mama's belly in this movie.
She's about 6 months pregnant with Carrie.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You don't even notice it. Anyway, this is one of my favorite movies.
Into my heart is a bundle of joy. He does that, and they do the.
they do that little duet. What is
How I love my little baby.
it? Yeah, I love that song. We should sing that sometime.
It's a good little song.
So I love this movie. Tav, you have won a bundle of joy, and we are going to need your
Honest to
address.
goodness,
So if you
I
could
do.
go ahead and
Can you harmonize?
honest to goodness, I
do.
All right. So, Dee, congratulations, and Time Warner, thank you so much. And I think we have one more wiener. So,
Yeah, this was donated by Paula Mickle, and she donated $50 and we split it.
Okay.
25 and 25.
Paula Mickle.
Oh,
Paula,
do it again.
what's that?
No two winners.
Oh, that's right. Stephen Edwards, you just got randomized, but you know you can't win twice in one
So
night.
you should go buy a lottery
So
ticket.
you should go buy a lottery ticket because the chances of that happening are pretty small. Ali Amendola. Ali Amendola, you are the wiener, and you have won a gift certificate to catcosmetics.com. Catcosmetics.com. And it's donated by Paula Mickle, who is the dearest, sweetest girl, and I just really thank you, Paula, for that. Paula actually donated $50 in gift certificates, so we split it into two $25 gift certificates. So we will have another wiener tomorrow. Yeah. In case you don't know, I'm doing the live I missed last night because we were out to dinner with our good friends. And tomorrow I have a live show at 4 o'clock. So I'm doing Cat Solo at 4 o'clock tomorrow. So I hope that you will be there. That's 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock on the East Coast and p.m. We'll make it really a good show for you, okay? Paula Mickle, thank you. Ali Amendola, congratulations. I am going to need your email address. And so if you have won tonight and you have never won before, please private message me here on Facebook. And that's all you have to do. Let me know your address and your email address, and we'll take it from there. Congratulations. Thank you, Judith Giuseppe. Thank you, Barbara Hammond. Thank you, Sharon Amorosa.
How about a
Barb
reminder?
Kever,
How about a
who else
reminder
was,
about? How about a reminder?
Thank
of
you, Todd.
How about a reminder of those items up there?
All right, we're going to give you a reminder that after the show, later tonight, these wonderful items, Jane Mansfield's sunglasses, will be going up for auction. And also the costume sketch for Debbie Reynolds is going up for auction. You can see the pictures that Todd had up there. So that'll be on the Debbie Reynolds Studio Store page. And we are so excited to be able to benefit Seth Robichaux with that, because that's what it's all about. So thank you, everybody, so much for coming tonight and spending your Saturday nights with us. It's no small thing. I mean, you know, really, it's been... Ryan, can you believe that every week now, for how long, people have... They come.
I feel like it's going on 2 years.
It is going on 2 years.
It's not quite 2 years, but
Yeah.
come March, it'll be 2 years.
But you guys, you know, you could be doing a lot of other things on Friday and Saturday night. So when you spend it with us, I just really appreciate that. And I know Ryan, Todd, and Dora feel the same way. You know, we're honored that you choose to be with us for a couple of hours and hang in there, and you're awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ferruccio, also for donating those glasses, and it's exciting, and we're off to the races. So while you all say goodnight to each other, which I love that you get to do this on this show because we can't do it on my solo show, we'll play Dora's video again because it's so good, and everybody can say goodnight to each other during that. And we just love you so much.
When you're asleep.
And when you're asleep, that's what Todd always says. You're very special. Never let anyone tell you anything different. There is only one you, and you are a masterpiece because God made you. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, right here on the same bat time, same bat channel.
Cat time.
Cat time and cat channel. Goodbye, everybody. Have a fun time saying goodnight to each other while we play Dora's video again. And Dora Elena Fernandez, we shall miss you. We shall. Okay. Good night, everybody.
I have put this video off for an entire month now. At first, I didn't know what to say. And then, once I sat down to start talking, I realized how emotional I was. For nearly 2 years, I had been so lucky. I was lucky to do something different with my life, working with Cat Cosmetics and learning something new. I was lucky to live in Las Vegas for a short time in my life. It is an exciting city, and even though COVID kept me inside for nearly a full year, I really loved the times I was able to go out and experience how fun the city is. I have so great memories of shows I have seen, games I had played, and great meals I have eaten. I was lucky to meet new people and make wonderful new friends. Johnny, thank you so much for your kindness and helping me taking care of the kittens. Calvin, Flora, and Letty, thank you all for everything. Buck, my Bucky Buck, I love you and your Reina. Mariana, thank you for helping us all the time with the emails. It makes our life easier. Diana Vasquez, thank you in particular for always helping to watch the names for me. Barbara, it was nice meeting you. I look forward to the shows and to interacting with all of you, and I will truly miss that. I was lucky to find my buddy in the Chicken Man, Robert. Thanks for sharing your funny stories and offering advice even when I didn't ask for it. I love you. I was lucky to fall in love with my eternal love, Jaggy, my Mimu, Archie, chickens, chicken, rooster, and lovely kittens. And most of all, I was lucky to have such an amazing boss lady and friends in Kat and Todd. Kat has seen me at many happy moments, but she's also seen me at some low points, and she was patient and loving and very supportive. I will never forget that girl. Todd, thank you for always making me feel safe and cared for. You both have been so generous, and words can never repay you for any of that. It is very difficult for me to say goodbyes like this, which is why I asked Ryan to help me with this video. But I felt like this was the time for me to start the next chapter in my life. I plan to visit my family very soon in Colombia for a couple of months, and then I will settle back in Florida with some close friends, including Miss Linda, that she is my biggest support. What's in store for me next? I am not entirely sure, but I am excited to find out. Thank you so much, Ryan. You are amazing. I don't have enough words to say how much I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you all for being part of my life for these years. And although I won't be shipping your items or asking you for email address so I can send your giveaways, I hope that I will be back in the chat from time to time to say hi and see how everyone is doing. I will miss you and thank you all for being so kind.